Welcome back to Chaos Corner. We're here live to tape for another edition of Retro Review with your old buddy, the G.O.C. Follow me on all social media platforms. You know what they are. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Gab, Rumble, Gitter. I follow it all in the IWC. We are at Starrcade’85. Right now, entering the ring at the Greensboro Coliseum, it's the lovely baby doll and Tully Blanchard going into the steel cage. It doesn't get much better than that. Already in the cage right now is Magnum TA. That's right. I said it. Magnum TA. Starrcade’85. Fans, we just got finished doing the retro review for Starrcade’84 and '83. Let me go up to Bob Miller. I'm going to be quiet. United States Heavyweight Championship. I quit steel cage.
Now, introducing the proponents. First, the challenger in the corner to my right. From Virginia Beach, Virginia. Weighing in at 242 pounds. The vastly popular Magnum TA.
Listen to the crowd. The vastly popular.
And now, the U.S. heavyweight champion from San Antonio, Texas. Accompanied tonight by Baby Doll, a perfect 10.
Perfect 10, Nicola Roberts.
Weighing in tonight at 235 pounds, Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard. Now this is 1985, the same year WrestleMania 1. The difference in the NWA at that point, the second title, and there's the bell, as Tommy Young holds up the United States heavyweight title. He seems to get all the big matches back here in the NWA. What I want to talk about is how important the United States title was. After the NWA World Championship, the U.S. title was the second biggest one here in the NWA in the early and mid-'80s. Baby doll was looking good. A perfect 10, not so much. Beautiful collar and elbow. Tully Blanchard, Magnum TA, here on the Retro Review. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope you have your beverage. We're hydrating today. Wearing the old traditional garb. Big Daddy. This was one for the ages. Now, this is the third in this series of Starrcade. Starrcade’85 from the Greensboro Coliseum. Bob Cottle is on the call. I'm not sure if it's Gordon Soley this time. And I'm not even sure if that's Tommy Young. It is not Tommy Young. Now, remember the feud between Tully and Magnum back here. Tully's the defending U.S. champion. Magnum in the red trunks, red boots, the white and the red knee pads, and the white and red boots. Tully in the traditional black trunks, wearing the white boots with the blue star and the red trim on them. Very. What does his trunk say? Does his trunk say TB? I haven't gotten that. Now remember, here in '85, as they slug it out, exchanging it in the middle of the ring, rights and lefts. Magnum's in incredible shape back here. This is before the tragic accident that happened in the Porsche with Magnum. Nice slap in the face. This is going to be a long bout. I hope we can do it in one segment here on the Retro Review. Big forearm by Magnum on Tully Blanchard, trying to put his face across that steel cage. Baby doll is literally beside herself outside the ring. Fans, thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're putting out the content here in the executive boardroom. Yes, I'm in the big boy recliner surrounded by two others. This is what we do. Unedited, unscripted, one man, no bells and whistles, no graphics, no music. Reality TV at its finest, giving you an insight into who I am. None of the traditional gimmick with the chains and the glasses. Just what you see is what you get. This could be a documentary series. Now, will it be? No. No, it won't be. Right now, a front face lock, a front chin lock, actually. A rear chin lock by Tully Blanchard on Magnum PA in the middle of the ring. A nice, yes, beautiful rear chin lock. You got to remember, you get used to calling it in 2022, and you go back here to 1985. We call it a simple maneuver. You lose sight of what just a simple hold it was as Magnum powers his way out as to what they would call something like that today. Have 15 different variations and names for a reverse, a rear chin lock. Tully far side, nice reversal. Magnum picks him up overhead, drops Tully across the top rope. Magnum was in great shape. It's Schiavone and Bob Caudle, not Gordon Soley on this one. It's Tony Schiavone and Bob Caudle. A young Tony Schiavone, who's still doing it today in AEW. Gotta say, I quit. This is the I Quit steel cage match for the United States title. NWA, Starrcade '85. I enjoy doing the retro reviews. No matter what era, we've been doing this new series here on the channel. It gives me a chance to flash back to things. Excuse me. When I was saying earlier, before I got disrupted, by actually doing my job and what I'm supposed to be doing the retro review. Back in this time in '85, I'm 23 years old. Still in college. I'll make that 22 years old, almost 23 years old, still in college. Believe I had just gone to the wrestling school at the Quest facility, where all the guys were, from Tough Tony Altamore to Mario Mancini, Dave Barbie, Seth Cohen, Mark Thomas, Paul Perez, later on Big Steve Tracy, a.k.a. Dave Paradise, Paul Roma, David Schultz. I mean, everybody and their brother and mother were down there at that facility. So this was at '85. I believe, was this my senior year at the Higher Institute of Learning? I was in great shape. It was brief, ever so brief. But this was the time era. You could see why I had the fever. Now, Tully just handed and tried to slip something through Baby Doll through the cage. I don't know what happened, but Tully has been busted open here as I'm reminiscing and going back to the Quest facility in 1985, working at Daniels Montego Bay. What? Living the life, man. La vida loca. That was the first attempt for the I Quit. Tully said no, but they are busted open at this point. I noticed in a lot of matches back here in the day, a lot of the guys juiced were busted open, whether it's the hard way, gigged, the whole 9 yards, which, NWA was more hardcore back then. Magnum TA, had he not gotten in that tragic accident, Magnum was an unbelievable talent. He would have been the next big star. Yeah, I know. You see how big the shirts are? This is a baseball jersey in Carolina blue, right? It's like a 3 or 4X, so it's a little big on me. I know you're not concerned about that. You want to watch and listen for the watch along. I get it. I understand. Magnum TA, Tully Blanchard, Starrcade '85. Go back and check it out. Both men are busted open at this time. Wait, is Tully busted? I know Magnum's busted open. Tully right now gaining the upper hand in the middle of the ring. They keep showing the camera angle over Baby Doll's. Yeah, Magnum's busted open good. That's Tully's hammering a Magnum with the microphone. And you can hear Magnum screaming. He's not going to give up. And that's Tully trying to jam the microphone down Magnum's face. Now Tully's left arm is bleeding like a hemophiliac in a pricker bush, and Magnum is busted open from the forehead, and now Tully's just laying him out in the middle of the ring as Magnum is just laying there, near barely conscious, and that's where he's sticking the phone. Don't try to cover him, Tully. There's no 3 count, and that's where Tully's taking the microphone and trying to make Magnum say, "I quit." You could hear him yelling and screaming. This is how you sell. This is storytelling. This is emotional investment. This is what it's all about, man. Ring psychology, the difference. You could hear the crowd jam to capacity. The simplest maneuver. Now Tully's trying to climb the cage. He's up to the top of the turnbuckle, the 3rd rope, walking, but he doesn't try to get out, and he drops a big hammer fist across the head of Magnum TA. TA is out. Back then, Magnum TA, Tom Selleck, they did look alike, man. It was crazy. It really was. That's Tully trying to get Magnum to say, "I quit." Hitting him with the microphone. Starrcade '85. This was one of the better Starrcades. Big elbow drop by Tully. Again, Blanchard's not busted open in the cranium. He's busted open on his left shoulder from the cage. Magnum is busted open on his forehead. Now Tully misses it with the elbow. Magnum might be able to get to his feet here. And here's Magnum TA. Listen to the crowd as they exchange the blows. Back in the day in the NWA in the South, and these crowds, woof, 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 woof. I know. It put 10 pounds on me, 20 pounds on me, this camera angle. I'm in a recliner. I'm laid back. I'm not going to sit up in the recliner like this. I'm going to lay back. That's Magnum trying to jam that microphone down Tully Blanchard's mouth right now. And that's Tully screaming, "I'm not going to quit." This is great for the sound effects. Listen to the crowd. I know I keep saying it, but there's nothing like it. You don't get that today. That's Tully screaming like that now. Baby Doll's got the long silver gloves on, all the sequins covering her face, her mouth, gasping at what she's seeing right now. Yeah, this is a classic. This is one of those classics. Listen, I'm trying to stay adjusted here. No malfunctions like in the last episode. No malfunctions, no malfunctions. Relax, everybody, relax. I'm okay. Got a little hangnail. Both men on their knees in the middle of the ring, slugging it out back and forth. Both on their heels, both reeling here for the U.S. title. NWA Starrcade '85 retro review, live to tape watch along. I'll say that to say this, because I tell it like it is. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, reality effing TV. Here's the microphone again. Magnum TA up to Tully Blanchard. Tully gives him the old kick to the top of the cranium from the bottom of the ring while he's flat on his back. Again, Baby Doll holding on to the steel cage. This is a steel cage match. I've made that crystal clear, have I not? And you can't win by pin. You have to. It's an I quit steel cage match. Oh, big spine buster by Tully on Magnum TA from the 2nd rope. That's my nutcracker. Tully's got the microphone now, going over to Magnum TA. Hitting him with the microphone. Savani said it's legal. Love it. Tully now just hammering him once again with knee drops in that microphone. The perfect 10 outside the ring, trying to cheer her man on. Baby Doll, a.k.a. Nicola Roberts. She follows me on social media. We correspond. A nice, great lady. One of the legends in the business. She doesn't take any guff from anyone either. Tully now with the knee drops to the hamstring of Magnum TA. Just tosses the ref aside like yesterday's garbage. Yesterday's news. Big elbow drops by Blanchard. Now Blanchard, the defending champion here in Starrcade. There goes a wooden chair over the cage. Somebody threw it into him. It wasn't Baby Doll. Now Blanchard is breaking up the wooden chair into pieces. Snapping the wooden chair. He's got the wooden chair. He's going over to Magnum PTA right now. And he kicks the referee. No disqualification. Now he's got the wooden pieces from the chair. And he's going to try to jam it into Magnum TA. And TA's fighting him off. He's trying to drive into the top of head Magnum TA. Man, are they selling this part? The emotional investment. Listen to the crowd on the edge of their seat. 1985 Starrcade. Retro review. Listen to Tully now. They're both busted open from the face and Tully from the arm. Right now, Tully's on top of Magnum in the middle of the ring with the edge of that freaking chair that's broken and splintered into pieces. Trying to drive it through him like you would through a vampire with a stake. Magnum has managed to roll off. Now Blanchard's got a piece of the chair. And he's driving it into Tully's head. He's tearing that wooden piece into Tully Blanchard's forehead, ripping him apart like a hot knife through butter. Is Tully going to say it? Tully said it. He quit. Tully said yes. The Baby Doll is literally crying and the tears are bawling like a baby. Don't be a baby, you baby. Baby Doll has run into the ring now. Tully said it. Magnum's the new United States champion, Magnum TA. And he's still got him with the wooden piece. Blanchard screaming bloody murder. Magnum TA, your new United States champion. NWA Starrcade '85, walking out with the strap. Magnum PA. Let's soak it in for a second before we get out of here on this retro review. Listen to the crowd. This is priceless. I love this shit, man. I live for it. As they're showing the replay and he's digging that wooden piece into Tully. Listen, they're selling it perfect. They're bleeding. The sweat, the whole nine. Magnum TA. I don't know if they go to a backstage dressing room now interview. They do not. I'll be back. Don't you dare miss it. Retro review Starrcade '85. The G.O.C.